A young man was walking down the road with his 3 friends one night with a man he didn't know who smelled like beer. It was dark. They were lost and tired, hoping to find a place to rest for the night. Suddenly they found themselves at a fork in the road with no signs to tell them where to go. All that was there was an old man sitting on a stump in the middle of 2 paths. The old man was pale, with a long white beard with glass blue eyes, and he was so thin he almost looked like a skeleton. The old man looks up at the group.
"You all look lost. Need some help?"
One of the man's friends nodded. "Yeah, we've been walking for a while now. We could really use a place to rest." The old man gave the group a crooked smile that sent shivers down the young man's back. He then raised a long arm and pointed down the left path.
"If it's rest you're wanting, that's the path you want, but..."
He then pointed to the path on the right.
"If you want to keep going, you'll want to go that way."
The beer man, not caring to ask more, ran down the left path with the young man's friends slowly following. But the young man had a bad feeling and begged his friends to take the other path. But his friends had made their choices, one telling him, "Hey man, if you want to keep going, fine, but we're tired. We'll see you later." With that, they left. The young man was worried, but started down the path to the right. As he walked, his mind still on his friends, worried for them, deciding to go back for them. But as he turned to go back, he saw the old man blocking his path, a sad smile on his face.
"Sorry, son, but once you pick your path, you can't go back. But don't worry, you'll see your friends again someday."
With that, a flash of light blinded the young man. He began to hear voices calling to him. As his vision cleared, the light he saw was a flashlight being held by a paramedic as another checked his body. "Stay with us, son, we got you. We need to get a gurney in here, stat." More men came and lifted the young man up. As they did, the young man remembered what happened. He and his friends were coming home when a drunk ran the light, smashing into them. As he was being pulled into the ambulance, he saw 2 mangled cars next to them, 4 bodies laying on the ground covered in white sheets. He also saw a policeman talking into his comm. Accident on Main, 4 dead, 1 survivor. Everything is perfect. Always. That's how it is. The girl made sure her dolls were perfectly arranged, and that everything was as it always was. Perfect. Cheeks were blushed and hair was brushed. Every day this was done. Everything is perfect. The girl saw a loose thread on one of her favorites, and her breathing was rapid. Quickly, recklessly, the scissors fixed it up. Everything is perfect. The girl noticed that she snipped too much of the doll. She had to sew it up. She felt like a doctor wrapping it in a bandage. Everything is perfect. The girl was excited for her new doll. She couldn't wait to fix it up. She put it in a pretty dress. She sewed on a crown. She applied the makeup. Everything is perfect. The girl hoped this doll would be different. She was disappointed. She grabbed freshly polished scissors and cut out its tongue. The girl was annoyed by its screams. The girl smiled. Everything is perfect. It wasn't that the door was darkened by them, that they had intruded into our home. It wasn't that reality was shattered before me. It wasn't their suits or uniforms or the cold calculations they make on a whim. It wasn't the mess or rushed entrance or broken glass that littered the floor we grew up on. I stood there, shaking, my heart pounding. I stared back at them as they shuffled documents and tore through the home. My head felt dizzy. Through the barrel of a gun, I saw the black hole stare back at me. My surroundings dimmed as I became overwhelmed. I forgot where I was, but it wasn't any of that either. Have you ever choked when no hands were around your throat? I have, but it wasn't that. When he aimed the gun towards my mother, his eyes darted between the three of us standing there. Then he smiled and said, "Choose one." My mother looked at him. He repeated, "Pick one." She turned without hesitation and pointed at me. It wasn't that. When she wrapped her arms around my sister, it wasn't that. What was it then? It was my last memory. It was her smile. It was her smile of relief. It was that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is a first attempt to do any form of voice work, horror narration, but it is something that I've always have been wanting to try. And if you like it and want me to keep doing it, let me know down in the comments. And yeah, I'm very excited to keep doing stuff like this. I mean, the normal content isn't going to change, but if you guys want me to narrate more spooky stories, then let me know. Okay, well, I will see you guys in the next one.